Oh man. All right. Here we go. What's up, everyone? My name's AJ Wrights Crypto. Super glad to be here on this Friday. Going to have ourselves a stream here today. Going to talk about crypto, going to talk about news. This Solana about to totally crash. Trumpcoin just took off. There's other coins that are taking off. If you're in the Telegram group, you know I just entered a trade. We will talk about that in a minute. It is a scalp idea. It's nothing crazy, kind of low leverage. I think the total position is it's a $48,000 position. Nothing crazy. I got a really tight stop on it, but I will talk about that in a little bit. Let's see how it plays out. All right. It's just kind of a pressure idea, kind of more things. I've been really experimenting lately with my trades, kind of smaller, not like a $200,000 trade with a bunch of leverage, but just kind of experimenting with some different things. And I will explain that a little bit later in the show. Do appreciate everybody here being in the chat. 200x for nothing, says Matt B. I'm with you on that. Not really. Make sure everybody smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I do want to say I am announcing the winners of the Super Bowl $5,000 win today. I did use Twitter Picker to pick the winners. The winners have been selected. This was the tweet before the Super Bowl. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl, I'm giving away $5,000. There was a bunch of confusion. A lot of people DM me like, why? How do we know you're not just going to give $5,000 to one of your friends? How do we know you're going to do it legit? Blah, 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 blah. So what I did instead, since there was so much confusion over giving this away, I did a poll and I said, okay, well, let's let you decide either one winner for 5K, 5 winners for 1K, or 10 winners for 500 apiece. And the audience voted 918 votes for 10 winners for 500 a rip. So that is what we did. I will announce those winners during the show. All right. So definitely stick around to figure out who won. I know there's a couple other giveaways that are still up for grabs as well. One of them that I left up for grabs is the Bitunix. All right. I will. I have not chosen a winner for this one. I wonder if I could pin this to my profile. Pin to your profile. Pin. All right. So obviously I have switched exchange sponsors. Bitunix is a great exchange because you don't need a VPN. You don't need the KYC. You can move $500,000 a day without KYC. And the liquidity is literally insane. Insane liquidity. All right. So head on over. I'm giving away 5 people here that like and retweet this tweet will win $200. This is still up for grabs. I have not done this selection on this yet. I'm going to let it rock for a little while. Why not? Why not? It's been up for a little bit, but I'm going to let it rock. It hasn't really blown. That tweet hasn't blown up yet. And I still want to give my audience, you guys, the groggers, a chance to go like and retweet that tweet to get yourself maybe 5 people are winning $200. So giving another $1,000 away right there. I guess you can kind of read between the lines, everybody, that we put a pretty big bet on the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and the Eagles won by a mile. I'm not, I don't think I'm not trying to put salt in wounds right now, so I'm not gonna say what that bet was, but I will tell you eventually. There will be a time and a place where I tell you, hey, this is what I did, and this is why I did it. All right, so I do gotta say, really quick, this is my last stream in this studio. I tried to work out a deal to stay in this studio. Since Ben would be gone, I said, hey, if, he's not going to be here, I'll happily pay the rent for the studio to keep this space, for the next month, considering I'm moving to Washington State, the end of April, beginning of May. So I tried to say, hey, I'll pay what's the rent for the space? I'll just stay here. But no go. I tried, no problem. I'm cool with it. I'm moving all my stuff out today. That's that. Going to wash my hands with it. It's all good. J Chains is going to help me out with my stream. He is going to, come over every day. We're going to do the stream together. So, so that certainly will be cool for both of us. Why not? Why not? So we're going to make a flex set at my spot over the weekend. And on Monday, we will be back, except we will be in a different location. So I just wanted to fill you guys all in on that. Am I crazy for wanting to swap my Solana for Ondo? Well, I don't have any spot Solana, but I do have spot Ondo. So I don't totally, I can't give financial advice, but I hold Ondo. I don't hold Solana. I hold Solana. I have Solana picks though. Like I have Pyth, I have Jupe, you know, some picks like that, like Solana ecosystem plays, but I don't hold Solana itself because it's such a big market cap. It just takes so much to you know, to really to move that coin. You know, let's do a quick little overview of the crypto market. First off, just want to say about 130 some people here on YouTube, 250 on Twitter. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, all the things. Appreciate each and every one of you. You know, let's look at crypto. Let's talk crypto. So we got 96,000 Bitcoin. Going to look at the Bitcoin chart, of course. Ethereum 27. Hey, 727. That's my birthday. That's cool. You know, we got Solana 199, but there is a Solana story that should be a little bit terrifying for people. Market cap 97 billion. All right. And this is the thing. When you see stories like, hold on, where's my Solana story? Oh, I know I have it. Here it is. Here it is right here. Solana will unlock $2 billion worth of SOL on March 1st from the FTX estate. Sell time. All right. So Solana vesting contracts will unlock 11.16 Solana on March 1st, which is in 2 weeks, worth over $2 billion at the current prices. This will come from previously bought tokens and later sold by the defunct exchange FTX, part of the bankruptcy process. As informed in a Blockworks newsletter, the FTX estate sold off a number of still locked tokens to investors at a significant discount to the market price after the exchange went bankrupt. Data from Masari shows that the FTX estate has sold 11.2 SOL to be unlocked, including March 1st event. So that's why we're saying, is there a Solana crash incoming? Is there going to be a large Solana sell-off? Well, let's do appreciate, all right, that Solana's market cap is 97.6 billion. So let's say all $2 billion get sold. It'll be, you know, 95.6. And is that big of a deal? A little bit more than 2%. Yeah, I mean, that is worth noting. It is significant, but there's something really important, an important point I want to drive home about stories like this, okay, is that a lot of times you'll see the Mt. Gox stories. Mt. Gox, oh, we're going to sell off, you know, $4 billion. But then you think to yourself, wait a minute. How important is the Mt. Gox sell off really? Because when you look at the Bitcoin market cap, which is currently 1.9 trillion with a T, you know, a couple, even $100 billion wouldn't dent Bitcoin's price that much. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you see a story that kind of sounds fuddy, is it sell time? Is it sell time for Solana? All you have to do is figure out, okay, how much is getting unlocked? How much is getting sold? Then you got to think to yourself, just because it's getting unlocked doesn't mean it's all going to get sold, right? Maybe some of it, but probably not all of it. But even if it was all of it, all you have to do is go back and look at Solana and say, okay, well, there's $97 billion in a market cap. If 2 billion got sold off, you know, we take a 2.3% dent, something like that. Not that big of a deal. So I just kind of want you guys to keep an eye on it, maybe because people might be anticipating this sell-off coming, maybe on February 27th, February 28th. Why don't you set an alarm on your phone? Hey, there might be a Solana sell-off coming on March 1st. Let's look at the chart. Let's see if people on the 27th or the 28th or the 26th start selling some Solana in anticipation of a small unlock, or maybe on March 1st itself, maybe set some alarms on some levels. Hey, there might be a short drop off today. All this is, guys, is we're collecting information. We have a certain amount of money. We have a date it's going to happen. So there could be a price movement in anticipation of the lock off, of the sell off, or it could happen the day of, or maybe the day after. So just kind of keep an eye on Solana at the end of this month and as we get into March. That's all my point. I don't think it's going to have a crazy crash. As I said, we already kind of did the math on that, but you do want to be aware and know the dates on these things. I'm always really big on having a date in my head on when something's going to happen. And it doesn't always have to be like for a sell-off. For instance, the Ondo video that I just put out on the channel, by the way, that was a really great video. Ondo is doing very well. And the fact that video did so well kind of shows me, okay, a lot of people, really like Ondo right now. And because of the, kind of the new, with the layer 1 blockchain coming and them aligning with World Liberty Financial and just them being in the spotlight the way they are, it makes sense that I went back and changed my Ondo price prediction. And I am willing, when new information comes in, to say, okay, I'm willing to pivot. I'm willing to make a change here. So, and what I'm saying, I always like having a date in mind, right? I always like thinking, all right, so at the end of this month, we have a date set for Solana. Maybe we'll have an edge on that trade because we're aware of that information. Well, I do the same thing on the charts. Like I said in the Ondo, most recent Ondo video, if you haven't watched it, make sure you go check it out. It's independent. It's independent. We have the downtrend. We have the uptrend. And this circle, yellow circle I draw here, is what I like to refer to as a point of intersection. At that point of intersection, the chart will be forced to break up or break down. Even if it just slowly does it like this, it will have to pick one side or the other. And that point of intersection is on Saturday, February 22nd. Right now, it's February 14th. So 8 days from now, Ondo is going to have to pick a side here. And we want to be aware of that. And a lot of times, guys, it doesn't happen on the day of the point of intersection. It will happen beforehand. So having alarm set on these trends. And then here, let's get a little bit more fancy with this. Let's zoom in here. So we're going to alarm up on the downtrend and the uptrend. All right. That's thing number one. Thing number two is making the conditional range, because as you can see, Ondo had this big swing up, big swing up, big swing down. And then it came up into this range and it has just wiggled sideways. And this sideways wiggle, that's money. That's money, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know why? Because here's the bottom. Here's the bottom. Let me make these yellow a little bit bigger here so you guys can see it better. All right. So here's the bottom of that range. And let's not draw the very, very top. Let's cut the fat off of it, kind of like this. So we got kind of this top is the top of this range, because yeah, it did wick above here, but these were really short-lived. And this is kind of the true range. All right. And yeah, I don't always account for the outliers, but basically the point I'm making is, since it came into this candle right here, Ondo has spent the majority of the past 11 days and 6 hours inside of a 12% range. I mean, look how much this thing was moving before. I mean, from, this range here, kind of this larger box, is a 63% range from the bottom of these wicks to, the top of this. Let me scoot this over so you guys can see it. All right. So we have, and what's interesting is that now that we have this conditional range here for Ondo, these other targets that we just drew in, the top and that bottom, these are now targets for if it breaks one way or the other, where our top target would be $1.64 in the case we break up and go long, and the bottom target from the body of the candle would be $1.03, and the wick of the candle would be 90 cents, a little over 90 cents. So, right here, we have set ourselves up in a trade where, okay, we've been ranging 12% range for 11 days and 6 hours. We don't care about the range. We're not trying to trade this. We're trying to trade the break of the range. Oh man, that Doge trade, that idea wasn't it. All good. I think I might get stopped, but I'm okay with it. I'll check it out in a second. But so basically we have, it was a really risky scalp. I'm okay with it. But so we have our range here. So the top of this range is $1.438. That's here. And then the bottom is 1.8288. That is here. So, we don't care what happens in the middle. We're going to see which of the pennant, which way it breaks. We're going to see which support resistant level breaks. And then from there, we can kind of extrapolate, extra targets from previous support resistance levels, like here and here. So target one for the short would be $1.16. Target one for the long would be $1.55, $1.56. So that is basically the line of thinking we are taking there with Ondo. So I do want to check in on the Doge setup. So let's look at the chart first. I'll kind of show you what I was thinking. So previously with Dogecoin, it has done these kind of wicks up. It has kind of gone through these peaks. Oops, It has kind of come through these peaks here. It kind of clips off and then it kind of falls down. Right here, kind of clips off, falls down. Right here, clips off, kind of double tops, falls down. So I was kind of thinking, and also look at the distance each. Look how far it is from the EMA. Right here. Look how far it is from the EMA. So when it was right here, I was thinking, okay, look how far it is away from that EMA. Kind of thinking it might come home and test the EMA. So my entry was at 27 flat. I was going to go to the EMA for 1.3%. That was really all I was trying to get out of the trade. And I just got stopped out. I set a really tight stop loss at 0.274. I think I lost like $400 because I set a really tight stop. No harm, no foul. You got to take your shots when you see things like that. I think that it is equally important to show the trades that go wrong, then show the trades that win. Because guys, you're going to test ideas. It's not about winning every single trade. But this trade is actually a perfect example because I had an idea. My idea was, okay, look at how it comes up, falls down, and every time it gets too far from the EMA, and at the time, the RSIs were pointing down, and the point of control is down here. I think this idea still has legs, to be honest with you. I think maybe I jumped the gun a little bit too quick on that. Obviously, we have previous levels here from the Telegram group, 27.86, 28.8. And these are levels that we nailed on the way down. But now Doge does kind of have like this nice curvature here. And rounded bottoms do pay the bills. I would like to see it if it was able to clear this little local high also aligns with this right here. You see this level right there. And this alarm would be 0.2759. And it's right now it's at 0.2750. So it's very close to putting in a new high, but I do feel that it's probably going to go and I was trying to get the scalp on that right there. Like I said, it wasn't a break of the EMA. I entered a short. I broke my own rule. I entered a short above the 50 EMA, but it's kind of a pressure trade when you're up here above the 50 with distance above the 50 with the point of control way underneath. You got to think that, okay, it's going to come down, touch the 50, come down, touch the 50, come down, touch the 50. And that was, the idea there. So I took a high risk trade, but let's look at that high risk trade. I don't feel that bad about it because I went into it knowing it was a high risk, but look, I'm not still in that trade eating crow. I said a tight stop loss. I was in a $49,000 trade. I lost my $400 and I got stopped out. Okay, that's not so bad. It's not as bad. You manage your risk. You manage your losses. Make sure your losses are small and that your wins are big. You're going to have ideas. You're going to test your ideas, and sometimes they're going to fail. I'm okay with that. But it's still about kind of seeing an idea and going for it. You have to go for it. And if you don't go for it, you're never going to trade. You're just going to look at charts all day and never execute a trade. But when you do execute a trade, set a tight stop, have a plan A, have a plan B, have a target. Like I said, my target in this situation was the 50 EMA itself. It would have been a 1.3 or 1.2% gain. I think I had 6x leverage, so it would have been about a 7% win. That I was going for there. And now it's still fighting right here. And I wouldn't be surprised if from this point it comes and touches the 50 from right here. That wouldn't surprise me one bit. But hey, it's all good. No harm, no foul. You got to take your shots, ladies and gentlemen. You have an idea, go for it. Even if you lose, just set a tight stop loss. That's it. If you don't set tight stop losses, you're just the trade's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and you're never going to get out of it. So, in my example here, I am not at all bummed about this trade. The truth is that if I would have gave myself a little bit more wiggle room, say I would have set my stop. Another thing I've done in the past is, so say right here was the high before. So let's really zoom in. Oh, you can't see it. Let's really zoom in on what I was thinking here. All right. So this little wick, you see this wick? Let's kind of come over here. This wick was already put in. and I got in like right here, kind of thinking, okay, we're going to come down. And we did come down a little bit, but we didn't put in a lower low. So we definitely have to say, okay, well, this uptrend here is being respected at this point. So we could locally alarm that uptrend. And guys, really, I went into this trade because the point of control is down here, when you zoom out a little bit. So what I've done in the past is that you could put your stop loss up here above that previous high, basically saying I'm only wrong here. I only get stopped here if it goes through that high. But I've learned over time that I'm okay with setting it lower, because look, it's already wicking through that. It just now wicked through that high. And that happens a lot. And what I've even seen happen, it'll come through, it'll wick to here, and then the idea you originally had will work out. That happens all the time. So, no harm, no foul. Mitigate your losses. Make sure your losses are small. When you make mistakes, nothing but a thing. Of course, I'm going to look at Trump. It is coming. But obviously, guys, head over and trade at Bitunix. It is a really, really good exchange. There are guys, go to futures here. All right. And look at the volume, 24-hour volume. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Trump has more than $1 billion in volume. Solana, more than $1 billion in volume. We would target coins on Femex that had more than 10 million. All of these coins, I just scrolled down that far, and me and Tau and Near are all above 50 million. This is insane liquidity, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you click the link down below and sign up for Bitunix. Also, if you want to get in on a giveaway, pinned to my profile is 5 people who like, retweet, and sign up with that link right here are entered into this giveaway. It's pinned to the top of my profile over on Twitter. Sign up for Bitunix. Trade, no KYC, no VPN, top shelf liquidity all day, all day. All right, so let's kind of continue through the show here. Been taking a look at the total crypto market cap. Popcat and Pudgy Penguins both listed on Coinbase last night. Hell yeah, I did see that. I'm certainly going to be revisiting the Popcat chart. If you were in the Telegram group, earlier in the summer, y'all know that we made some money trading Popcat. Damn, that was a good time. So we have been looking at the total chart from the last live stream. Even when talking about everything else, we did make time to look at this chart, and we did make an argument for on the daily here. So the 2021 high is this 3.01 trillion right here. Okay. And we did say, okay, could this be the new floor? It wicked down. It tested the 200. Okay. 200 EMA. That volume profile does scare me, but it has kind of stopped right here and has come up. So could this be crypto planting its feet for the next run? It is possible. It has come down here before and has returned. Let's continue. Let's, fingers crossed that this is the beginning of the next, kind of impulse push up. I'm not completely convinced yet. Why? Mainly because local support resistance would be this right around here. I'd say right around there, because we kind of have bottom, ranging, bottom, stealing. So I would say if the total gets above 3.24 trillion and we kind of continue through like that, I'd feel a lot better about this push. I'm not sold on this push yet because we're still here and we've been shut down here a couple times. So I'm not completely sold just yet. And the Bitcoin chart looks very similar. We kind of came down. We tested this floor here, and now we're going to continue. And like I said on the stream the other day, is that we kind of have this big volume profile gap here. We really want Bitcoin to stay above 90,663. That is the no level for Bitcoin. All right, so we did talk about the Ondo setup. All right, here we go. Trump meme coin explodes by 15% in an hour. New bull run incoming. I want to be very clear about the Trump coin. My Telegram group, I was at the UFC fight. I told the Telegram group to go long on Trump coin, I think about $16. And it went to like 50 something in 24 hours. And I knew that it was going to go. I actually was told about Trumpcoin before it came out, and I did not believe the person that told me. I said, dude, Donald Trump is not going to release a meme coin. You're crazy. Like, this must, I thought it was, we've seen 100 of these, the MAGA meme or the MAGA hat or dark MAGA. We've seen like 100 Trump based meme coins of all of those people like trying to be the Trump meme. So when I saw the Trump coin was coming out, I kind of figured it was just another fake Trump meme. I didn't think it was like the real Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? But when I realized that it was a Saturday night of the UFC fight, I told the group, guys, go ahead, send it. It pumped a couple 100% from that point. And then obviously we came way down the hill here. But and people, obviously, this is what I want you to understand. When this coin seems too cheap, you should probably consider going long. You should probably consider buying it, because Donald Trump's reputation is tangentially next to this coin. They won't let this project fail, in my opinion. I think this thing will be artificially kept alive. I do not feel that I don't think the stream froze. Yeah, I think the Trump coin will be artificially kept alive. I don't feel that it will crash ever. Like gone. And look at the chart here. I mean, this is not the chart I post on Telegram. The Telegram chart is different from the one I'm showing you. But the curvature on this thing is just absolutely insane. And here, let's and this is obviously a really important level right there. And we're getting close. We're getting close, because this is kind of where we came down. We got rejected from this point, and that was really like the story on where the bleeding really got bad. Even from this top to the local bottom, 38%, 36% leak in 10 days. And then even here, I mean, this thing is so hard to trade. Even if you went from this bottom, like say you caught this range, this was only 3% from here to here. So basically you had to go long in this box to catch this move up, which is very hard to do. Very hard to do, especially because it just came down. I mean, it was a 2-hour window. What do I mean by that? Okay, hold on. Because you see how, let me get rid of some of my wiggles here. You see how it came down first and then it sat on the EMAs and popped. So you would have had to go long after this moved down, because you would have got stopped out if you went long from that point. So you would have to go long in this box, which is about a 2-hour window of time to catch that big move up. And then from that big move up, look what happened. It just kind of triangled its way down to oblivion a little bit. But then the break of this angle here would have been your okay go, because, and also we just got above the 50 EMA right there. That would have been about a perfect trade. That happened 11:30 at night last night. And top to bottom from there, 34% in 13 hours. And it has hit the top and wicked. And there is a little bit of bearish divergence, a little bit, mainly because this is the top pump on the momentum wave, and these ones are smaller. It's not exactly angled down, but the biggest momentum wave happened early in the pump right here. And there, look at the volume gaps here. So this is what I mean by like a striated versus aligned volume gap, because right here would be aligned with the volume. Right here would be aligned with the volume. And right here would be aligned with the volume. Okay, so that would be aligned levels. That's what I like to call an aligned level. Right here, if we were to set this support resistance or this support resistance, I would call this a striated level, because it is, these levels are in between the volume profile, even like this one here. You get my point. So anytime you set a striated level, you have to understand that, okay, if this alarm goes off, it's probably going to run through this alarm in whichever direction it's currently running. Certainly something to consider. So this is kind of like a similar idea to the Doge trade that obviously just failed, when the distance between the 50 is so large and the volume profile is so far down that you think you could get like a pressure trade. And when I'm talking a pressure trade, I mean 0.7 to 1.5% win is what you're looking for. It's a very small trade. It's a high risk, small win trade that sometimes are money trades. And I have nailed some pressure trades like really well, but it's not like fundamental trading, where my fundamental trades would be here, like a break of a level, break of confirmation, closing above the 50 EMA. That would be like a fundamental trade from my playbook, like this one down here. But when we're talking, we're only going short because we're so far above the EMA. I've coined that as a pressure trade, because there's pressure pushing it down. It's a high risk trade. It's a high risk maneuver, but sometimes you can make money getting in on some pressure trades. Let me check the chat here for a minute. I have been a little bit disconnected with the chat. We got about 200 people on YouTube, a bunch of people on X. Hey guys, thanks for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, all the things. We're kind of working our way towards 17,000 subscribers. That'd be really cool to get there, by the end of the month. I also want to say happy Valentine's Day to all of you, with your girlfriends, your fiancés, your wives. Make sure, get them some flowers today. Make sure that you need them in your life, and how much you appreciate them and their support and their love. And Valentine's Day is always, kind of special day of the year. So definitely tell your loved ones you love them today. Make sure, call your moms, call your uncles, call your aunts, call your dad, and just tell them that you love them. You know what I mean? You never you take the time to do that, because it's really important. I would also obviously happy Valentine's Day to Jada, the glitter queen. Much love. We're engaged. We're gonna have our first baby, our baby girl Aria. We're having a daughter. Beginning of June is the expected date. So, man, this is certainly an interesting Valentine's Day for myself, as I kind of get closer to being a dad for the first time. So, much love to my unborn daughter Aria, who already has a full Bitcoin. Hell yeah. Sorry if the stream is lagging a little bit. The Wi-Fi here has been a little bit wonky, but hey, this is my last stream in this office. So the Wi-Fi issues are about to be over forever. Will you be trying to put her on a dirt bike, says Marsh. What is this trying stuff? I'm not going to try to put her on a dirt bike. She's going to ride a dirt bike. Kyle Kosh, will you be my Valentine, AJ? Of course, bro. Of course I'll be your Valentine, dude. Clip it. I love you, Kyle. I love you, bro. Mike Vollmer, AJ, would love to see another cup and handle video about the rip like you did before. That was awesome. Yeah, it was, dude. And a lot of those worked out. That was like one of my best value videos all last year. Best place to buy Trumpcoin, dude. Obviously, Bitunix, bro. Click the link down below. Right here. Go to spot orders. Boom. Trump. TRO. Trump. There it is. Trump. Right there. There it is. That's the one. And that's the real one too. There it is. You can see the chart. 91. Head over to Bitunix. Click the link down below. Buy yourself some Trumpcoin. Another story that I really like to see: South Korea to lift crypto ban for institutions, not for retail, but for institutions. Bring the money. Bring the money, South Korea. We want you to. Everyone's getting involved. Everyone's coming to crypto. Hell, you're going to start seeing all the headlines about institutional adoption. This country's doing this. This state's doing that. Those are the headlines you see as we inch closer to a bull run. We're in a bull run, but we're in a peaks and valleys, ladies and gentlemen, peaks and valleys. Vitalik argues for even higher Ethereum gas limits, bro. Higher Ethereum gas limits, dude. Raising the gas limit would improve censorship resistance. reduce costs when routing assets between L2s and provide a safety net in case of disasters. You know what he said? We need more money. You ever see that episode of South Park? I'm not your guy, friend. I'm not your friend, buddy. I'm not your buddy, guy. When Canada goes on strike, that is this. We need more money. That's what's happening with Ethereum right now. I can't even read the story. Of course he wants to raise the gas limits. Of course he wants to. U.S. states consider create crypto reserves. Yeah, no shit. Welcome to the party, ladies and gentlemen. I did want to, we were talking about Solana a little bit earlier in the show. I don't think this $2 billion unlock is going to affect the price that much. Oh, anytime you see a story like that, think to yourself, how much is getting unlocked? What's the total market cap of that coin? And how much damage would it do if every penny was sold? In this case, Solana's market cap's 97 billion. So it went, if it was to go from 97 to 95, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But so you always do the math quickly in your head when you see FUD stories like that. But I do kind of want to take a quick look at Solana. This is an exact chart I gave my Telegram group not too long ago. And as you can see, as I always like to tell the traders in my group, we are in a downtrend until we're not. We're in a downtrend until we're not. All right. And then this one actually got wiggled around a little bit. I actually remember pulling it. I think this is the older one because I pulled it like that. But I could leave it like this. It's actually fine because we posted this setup down here. Okay, it wasn't up here. It was down here. All right. So the interesting thing is that it wicked off 189.33 2 times. And then so we broke the downtrend and then we broke confirmation at 193.7 as we were getting above the 50 EMA. So this right here was the trade the group was given. If you're still in that trade in 22 hours, you're up 4.38%. Well done. I know a couple of you nailed it. I got a couple of messages this morning from the traders in my group. Congratulations. And, so here we are. And this is kind of another situation similar to the Doge trade, man, where we come up, we test the 50. We come up, we test the 50. We come up, we test the 50. That pressure trade idea. I still think that there's a pressure trade to be won around here. Maybe I should just give up. Maybe I should just take my money and go home. But I'll always be trading a little bit. That's for sure. I trade no matter what. It's just what I do. But yeah, so right here, I would say this level has been wicked. How many hours has this been since the first wick? Perfect. It's been 2 hours, and this level's been wicked 3 times at 202.2. That's basically where the price is right now. So I would be kind of watching for a clean break of that level. There's a couple like little baby alarms you could set, like this wick right there. I mean, you could go off of that in case you were scared to get shut down. Honestly, I would be careful if you're thinking to go long here. Mainly because I know how these things go and so let's kind of focus on this new uptrend that's forming. Okay. So let's focus on this right now. And what I would say is that if you're in an uptrend, we're going boom, 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 boom. I would kind of wait for the boom to go long again. I would not try to go long right here. No way. This is where I'd look for a pressure short. If you're trying to force a trade, to be clear. All right. So I do want to say yesterday I interviewed John Allen Woods, CTO of Algorand Foundation. It was a really good interview. As you know, Algorand has introduced the new era of staking. It is really badass how they're doing it. We're talking. So he said when I did the first interview with him that Algorand staking would be 6.5 to 7%. APY a year. If you have 100 Algorand, you stake it for a year. At the end of the year, you get 6.5 to 7 more Algorand. That's crazy. That is super competitive. Better than Solana, better than Cardano, better than most. All right. And we kind of went through, he showed me how to set up your own node. If you want to run your own node, he showed us how to stake Algorand. If you don't want to set up a node and just stake it normally. And then later, maybe in a couple of weeks or next week or something, I'll make like a how to use Tiny Man or how to use, Folks Finance or Messina or something along that effect to where you kind of get like a derivative token that where they kind of do it for you kind of thing. Or you could just enter into a pool which is cool as well. And I was thinking maybe I should make my own Algorand pool. That'd be kind of like some like crypto stuff to do, but really interesting video. It'll be coming out tomorrow. Make sure you check out that interview with John. Really good stuff. He also gave me insight to the roadmap, Algorand's roadmap that is coming. Gave me a lot of insight into that, like alpha insight into that. We talked about why Algorand would be a perfect fit for Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. And of course, we talked about how to stake Algorand. So it's like a 45-minute interview. It's a good watch. Make sure you make your cup of coffee, hang out, watch it, and then of course watch the part where he shows us how to do everything step by step. Really, really great interview. And a big thank you to John from Alan Woods from Algorand for taking time out of his day to do that interview. And guys, it's crazy that like there's already right here 4,300 nodes running on Algorand. This is, guys, I'm telling you, do not sleep on Algorand. Don't do it. Don't do it. People always told me, oh, AJ, you're always in the last cycle's picks. You're in the last cycle's picks. My 3 most vocal picks from this channel from the beginning has been Algorand, Hedera, and VeChain. When we had the pump back like Thanksgiving, Christmas pump, Hedera, Algorand, and VeChain, those 3 were all 3 of them were in the top 10 performers of that pump. Last cycle picks, my ass. This cycle picks, top 10 performers this cycle. That will continue. Algorand, HBAR, VeChain, all day, every day. Do I like other picks? Do I like the graph? Do I like Jasmine? Do I like Ondo, XRP, Cardano? Of course I do. Of course I do. But those 3, that's my top 3. That's my top 3 all the time, every time. And there's a lot of money to be won. Of course, guys, make sure you go get involved in the Bitunix giveaway. It's pinned to the top of my profile. I posted it on February 6th. I'm leaving it open just for more people to get involved. All you have to do is make a link with Bitunix. You should sign up for Bitunix, by the way, like and retweet, and 5 people will win $200. All right. Also, really fast sponsored plug. Big thank you to Legacy Network for sponsoring this channel. Basically self-education, a gamified personal growth app. They have over 500,000 downloads on the App Store and Google Play. Their token's actually doing pretty awesome too. I'm not contractually required to talk about the token, but it's one of those situations where it's doing well. But I think that anything that people can use to increase their personal development, which is why I decided to sign a contract with them, because this app is literally designed to help you level up your game. Like it's like taking classes but it's gamified, and you kind of have fun while you learn about self-improvement. And, I'm all for becoming a better trader through becoming a better person. A lot of I really appreciate the self-help type of sober advice, kind of doing the right thing, not because you want the attention, but because it's the right thing to do. And they align with me very much. And I want to thank them for sponsoring this channel. And go, check out the app. It's a cool app. It's called Legacy Academy. Go download it in the Google Play or Apple Store today. It is really cool. And big thank you to them for sponsoring the channel. All right. So I want to look at the SWE chart here. What's going on with this bad boy? Yeah. Okay. Kind of what I thought. So this level has been a pain in the ass. 366 to get above, then local high 369. Guys, look, guys, right here. This is the trade setup I gave the weekend of the Super Bowl. There was this pennant. You see this pennant right here? Broke down. And then 310 was my entry. 316 was the target because of volume, but 318 was the support resistance level target. And look how far this thing went. From 310 just that day, 6%, kept running, 15%, still in the trade, 17%, nailed that trade in the Telegram group. And guys, if you're not in the Telegram group, what are you doing? What are you doing? Send me an email. It's down below, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. We are winning trades all the time. All the time. If I don't post for a couple of days, it's because I'm not trading, because for whatever the market conditions are bad, or I have a lot of personal stuff going on right now. As you can see, this entire office is about to go with my Cybertruck and then go get set up somewhere else. So, I will be focused. I will make sure to make a point to Saturday, Sunday to post in the group. If you have already sent an email and I have not got back to you yet, we will get back to you this weekend. It has been very hectic with everything going on around here. So, I apologize for my tardiness, but I will make it up to you guys. All right. Let me check the chat here. I haven't been here. The John Allen Wood interview will be published tomorrow. It'll come out tomorrow. Don't forget the spinning coin. Hold on. The spinning coin will forever be behind me. Thank you to David from Crypto Chips. He actually designed the wrap on my Cybertruck, David from Crypto Chips. He's a badass. He's a killer artist, dude. Killer artist. Let me check the chat. I haven't looked at the chat here for a while. Yeah, we are doing the Super Bowl announcement today. Let's do it right now. It's time. It's time to check it out. So JC says, AJ, I like Bitunix, but are you concerned the SEC will come after them? No KYC, crazy leverage. No, I'm not, because a lot of exchanges are starting to kind of spread their wings on this thing because Trump's in office, and exchanges that have already been hit by MiCA are thinking those regulations are going to get lifted on them. There's conversations like other exchanges that got hit are thinking that they're going to get their freedoms back. So I'm actually not worried. I'm not worried about that. Not at all. And I know that they're well funded. It's a secure exchange. I'm not like worried about an FTX situation. Not at all. And they are well funded. They're doing the right thing. They're working with the right people, guys. They're aligned with Altcoin Daily. I got connected with them through George from Cryptos R Us. I'm kind of helping them find other creators as well. I'm kind of taking a role like that. I will be posting videos like how to use the exchange very soon here. You'll be starting to see videos like that coming as well. So definitely, guys, I'm telling you, check it out. Click the link, sign up. Best place to trade right now, by far best place to trade. Crypto Face as well. Of course, Crypto Face trades on it. What time will you publish the interview? Probably like noon, something like that. All right. Just checking the chat. It's been a bit. All right. So let's do the giveaway here. Let's get into this damn giveaway here. I'm giving away $5,000. $5,000. Why am I giving away $5,000? Well, let's kind of tell the story. Let's do it proper. All right. So my mom, her name's Karen. I love her to death. She's a diehard Eagles fan. She's one of those Eagles fans that it's so hard to watch a game with her. If Saquon Barkley breaks for 10 yards, she's yelling at her television, yeah, get that, yeah. Like that, she's from Philly. So that's she has that crazy, that Philly energy, that Philly vibe that you recognize it so blatantly if you have spent 4 hours in that city. And I got to give it to my mom. She's one of the strongest women I know. She's probably the strongest woman I know. Right there, my mom and my stepmom right next to each other. They're both just badasses. And and she's a diehard Eagles fan. And when the Eagles won their first Super Bowl against the Patriots, I got to watch that game with her. She cried her eyes out, sobbing, crying. Because my grandfather, who passed away when I was 8 or 9, his name was Robert, and she had his from the 70s Eagles beanie, holding it as she cried and watched the Eagles win their first Super Bowl against the Patriots back in 2017. I believe it was 2017. And it was the happiest moment of her life. And, so when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, I thought to myself, damn, the Eagles are really coming around. I would really love to take my mom to a Super Bowl one year. I would love to be able to do that one year. And then, of course, I'm glad I didn't take her the last time because the Chiefs beat the Eagles this last time. So then when I saw the Eagles beat the Redskins, the Washington Commanders, I knew that the Eagles were going to win the Super Bowl, because I'm really into betting narratives. I bet, a lot of I bet $60,000 on the Jake Paul fight in favor of Jake Paul. Why? Because it was Netflix's first live boxing event. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. And which of those two fighters could they recycle to do that event again with? Of course, Jake Paul. There was no chance for Mike Tyson to win that fight because of the narrative. I believe that sports entertainment is just that, sports entertainment. And there is an angle of it where I don't know if it's fixed. I don't know if people are aware. I don't know how it's done, but I believe there are narratives, and the narrative wins every time. And that's why I put $60,000 on Jake Paul correctly, may I add you. So that is why when I saw that it was going to be Chiefs, Eagles again, I looked at this and I said, the Eagles are going to win this game. Why? Because Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs won 2 Super Bowls before. This would be the first three-peat in history, in the history of the NFL. And then I thought to myself, they are not going to let Patrick Mahomes win this game. Why? Because that would be him stepping above Tom Brady. And Tom Brady is the GOAT. The NFL is not going to allow Patrick Mahomes to be in the same conversation as Tom Brady. The Eagles are going to win. It was a three-peat or redemption because the Eagles lost to the Chiefs. So three-peat, redemption. So I thought to myself, objectively, from a narrative standpoint, the Eagles are going to win this game. And since I realized the Eagles are going to win this game, I said, holy shit, I could place a very large bet on the Eagles. I could get the tickets for the Super Bowl, take my mom to the Super Bowl. We had 4th row seats, and we could watch the Eagles win the Super Bowl in the house and have the whole weekend paid for, and in fact, make money doing it because I knew the narrative that the Eagles were going to win. And sometimes when I trust my gut on these things, like I've done with Jake Paul, like I've done with a lot of crypto trades, like I've done with betting in the past, I've done very well with these things. And I knew. So I said, all right, well, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, if I am right, I'm going to take some of the money from my bet and I'm going to give $5,000 to my audience. So that was what I did. And sure enough, the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Damn, I want to tell you guys how much I bet on the Eagles. I want to tell you so bad. No, I'm not going to tell you today, but I will tell you eventually. But yeah, I do feel that it's rigged, Ellie. I do feel that it's rigged, but I know that. I understand that the NFL is more WWE than UFC. I know that. And since I know that, I always look at the narrative and I can tell you who's going to win because of the narrative. It's very simple. You know what I mean? So I and guys, my Eagles bet made the Jake Paul one look like a baby. I will tell you that. All right. I'll tell you that much. So hell yeah. I sure enough, Eagles won the Super Bowl. I did a tweet. Okay, wait, where's my tweet? I lost my tweet. I gotta find my tweet. Looking for the tweet. All right. Go to my Twitter here. Boom, boom, bang. So guys, this is the giveaway that's live right now. That's still live. Go ahead. It's pinned at the top of my Twitter. 5 people will win $200. Go get involved on that. Where is my Super Bowl tweet? So yep, here is my mom and I holding the paper. I'm telling the whole story because I'm giving away $5,000. There we are at the game, 4th row. When we got to our seats, my mom literally cried her eyes out. And when the Eagles won, sure enough, she was holding my grandfather's beanie from the 70s that she held when the Eagles won their first Super Bowl. And then she brought it to the game with us and cried into it as the Eagles won again. Just full circle moment, man. Crazy stuff. But I love my mom. I'm a mama's boy for sure. Here's us doing the Eagles. So great. And here's the oh. Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd right here. Look at them jump. Yo, best day ever. Best day ever. It doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't get any better than that. That was like the best. There we go. Greetings from row 4. There we were on the Eagles end zone. The pick 6 was right there. We were right there. Man, so cool. Once in a lifetime opportunity for sure. And here is the giveaway. If the Birds win the Super Bowl, someone who follows, likes, and retweets this tweet gets $5,000 in crypto. And if they lose, you get a cup full of my mother's tears. And she would have cried the whole way home. if they lost. I would have cried the whole way home if they lost. That's for fucking sure. All right, so yeah, my mom had me when she was 18. She was young. My dad was 23. My mom was 18. And yeah, she is young. She is young. She just had a shoulder surgery. Like her shoulders kind of messed up, and she had some health problems and stuff. But no, I gotta give it to my mom, man. She is an absolute warrior of a woman, and I was so glad that I was able to do that for her. So here he is. I asked my assistant to run this through Twitter Picker, and these are the names of the people that won the giveaway. And I will send them DMs on Twitter if you won. All right. So here we are. Debbie Crypto 62. Sophie Viana, spelled Sofyviana. Then we have Open Door 47. We have Irene FPV. We have Liam 8888. That's 4 8s. We have Dad Heroes. We have Jimmy. We have Bike Skiff. We have Joel AZG _ and Crypto _ PD. There we go. Just gave away $5,000 because the Eagles won the Super Bowl. 500 a piece in Algorand, or if you want Tether, if you want Bitcoin, whatever you want, I'll send it to you. I will be sending these people DMs on Twitter after the conclusion of the live stream, and that is the largest giveaway I've ever done on this channel. $5,000. And guys, they are not going to stop. These giveaways I've been doing are really big. I believe I might be sponsoring the Tampa Pro skateboard competition. Going to be giving all money there. I might be sponsoring the Supercross dirt bike series as a YouTuber next year. Sonny Lou and I from VeChain are teaming up this year. We're giving away 4 Teslas this year. I want to become like the Mr. Beast, Mr. Thank You of crypto. I make plenty of money. I am a public millionaire, and I am okay to share X percent with my audience. I absolutely love you guys. You guys have been here from day one. To you, those of you who have been from here, for those of you that have been here since day one, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And those of you who are just now becoming members of the Grogger family, the Grogger Nation, seriously, welcome in. Join the Telegram group, get involved, get in the chat. I know people that have become really good friends because they were in my community and started chatting, and now go get coffee every Saturday. You know, this is a real community. We are doing real things. There are over 300 traders that are in my Telegram group. And there's a group where I post my charts. And then there's a group where the group post their charts, post their winnings, post their trades, post their setups. And it's a really good place. I could not be more grateful for the community that we built here at AJ Writes Crypto, the Groggers, which stands for Get Rich or Get Wrecked. That is what we do around here. We are going to be doing another Grogger, a Grogger drop, the first 2025 Grogger drop next week. I just got the stuff in the mail because I wanted to wear it on the stream, be like as we put it out. So we will be doing a Grogger drop next week for sure. So guys, that is it. That this live stream does conclude my my time in this studio. Bittersweet for sure. I know a lot of you were wondering. I did not watch the 4-hour stream last night. I don't care to watch it. I want my friend to get the help he needs. That's what I want. I want to see the person I know, not the person that's there, but the person I know. I want that guy to find true north. I want that guy to find God again. And I pray for him every night. I pray for him every night. I don't care about the lies he says about me. I don't care about my $7,000 computer that he Hulk smashed to shit. I don't care. It's just stuff. But that shows that to me shows what happens to a person when they're pushed past their limits. Some people can handle stress. People handle stress in different ways. And I don't think that Ben is mad at me personally I think that he knows. I believe that Ben knows that I'm there for him as a friend. I think he knows that. Has he crossed the line with me? Yes. Has he disrespected me? Yes. Does he owe me an apology? Yes. Those things will all come through, or they won't. Either way, I found my peace. I love him where he's at. And I hope he gets, by God, I hope he gets the help he needs. Because we all know he's an entertainer. He's an entertainer. He might not be the best trader in the world, but damn it, that guy can talk about some crypto. And I gotta give him love. Yeah. Someone did tell me that he said that something along the lines of that he that he did punch my computer, that he meant to do it, but that he still wants me to come hang out or something like that. I didn't watch it. I don't know. But yeah, I've seen people go down those roads before, man. I've seen people struggle with those problems. I've seen it before. And I know that they come back. They come back sometimes. Sometimes they're not too far out to swim their way in, but swimming your way in most of the time against the current isn't an easy thing to do. But I believe that if anyone can come back, it will be him. I just hope that he takes the time that he needs, because this whole thing, man, since we started, New World Finance, or like even like when we had the office before where we did Crypto Crossfire, he was always talking about his redemption arc. I want my redemption arc, man. I want to redeem. I want a redemption. And I said, well, like, to have a proper redemption arc, you have to step away. You need to like get all your shit and get it in a bag and get it together. You got to get your shit together. All right. And like, look at Dave Chappelle. Look at Dave Chappelle. He said no to $50 million. He went away, lived in Africa or something. He found his true north and came back better than ever. The reason his comeback was so powerful was because he took the time to find himself. He took the time to recalibrate and figure out what's important, what really matters, what really, really matters. And I commented on that last night. What really matters to me? God, family, sobriety, integrity, honor. These are things that truly matter. And then someone said, friends and compassion should be somewhere, shouldn't it? And I said, friends are family. And if you have honor, you have compassion. These 5 things, to me, are the most important things there are. And I believe in that order. All right. And I believe Ben will find his true north. I do. I think that he has a lot of work to do. But I think that he is aware that he needs help, So I'm not gonna smash him. I'm not gonna drag his name through the dirt. I'm not gonna do anything bad. I have love for Ben Armstrong, despite his transgressions, despite the disrespect towards me, despite my computer, despite what he did to Goody, despite all the things. I will forgive. I will not forget. And guys, it's okay to acknowledge when it's time to turn the page, to write the next chapter of your life. Let's face it. I was Ben's writer for 2.5 years. I wrote over 400 videos for BitBoy Crypto, while everyone else in that office was just talking shit down behind each other's backs and was trying to be the cool guy in the office. There was a kid in there with both his headphones in, typing, learning, reading, absorbing, figuring it out, learning the craft. I figured it out. I learned the craft. And out of everyone that has all that shit to say, all that stuff, not to pat myself on the back, but I did figure it out. I've made $1 million in crypto. And that's just the beginning to me. Because when you make $1 million, you realize that it's not that much money. It's not that much money when you really think about it. It's not. It's not. And I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. I believe, of course, I am forever grateful for the opportunity that Ben gave me. I'm forever grateful for the lessons I've learned. I thought I had figured out what it's like to navigate toxic situations before I got to the office. And that's actually how I was able to navigate that so well. But I still learn more lessons about how desperate men do desperate things when there's something that they're incentivized to steal. All right. That's not about Ben, by the way. Okay. And people will go beyond to take what they want. I have learned that. And I also know that if you want something bad, you'll get it bad. That's what my dad always used to tell me, man. If you want to, AJ, you want to win the races on the weekends, man, you got to want it more than everyone else. You don't want it right now. You think you want it, but you don't want it. And that I internalized that so bad. And guys, I've manifested my reality. An insane amount of focus, insane amount of dedication, discipline to get to where I am right now. And guys, I don't care about being the best. I don't care about how many millions of followers I have or don't have or whatever. I care about taking what I've learned and helping the next person. I also care about continuing to absorb information. This is when I say crypto is a lifestyle, I don't mean the actual act of trading and exchanging, the exchange of value. That's one thing. But the exchange of knowledge, the exchange of information, that's the real alpha. And if you can put yourself in a position where you can focus your entire day, week, month, year on absorbing that information, the money will come. Knowledge is king. The money is just the money. Knowledge is king. Okay? And Goodfella says in the chat, never forget the feeling of having nothing. Trust me, man. I haven't. I know what it's like to move to a new city with no friends and no money and start from zero. I've done that multiple times. I've done it so many times that if it happened to be right now, in a month, I'd be fine. I'd be up and running again. No problem. No problem. Because I've done it before. I know what it's like to have nothing. I literally, dude, I broke my arm real bad, got the surgery real bad, had to physical therapy my arm back. And at that point in time, dude, I mean, I had 10 grand in my name and I was going to get an apartment, but I couldn't because I broke my arm and Jada and I stayed at my dad's house. And there was some dark days there, man. There's some dark days there. And I'll never forget that low and how pissed off I was at the world and how I felt like the life was out to get me. But I said, no, I'm going to fight back. I'm going to fight back for sure. I'm going to fight back. That's what you got to do, guys. You got to fight back. You got to, if there's a situation, if there's a circumstance, if there's something going wrong, you got to fight back. And I don't mean with violence. I'm not saying to punch people, but I'm saying that your soul, your energy, you got to not accept when people, how do I say this? When everyone tells you that you're crazy, when everyone tells you you should just ... Those people don't know how good you could have it. When I first got into crypto, my family thought I was crazy. My family thought I was crazy. My own dad, boy, you should just get a job in construction. You need to work with your hands, teach and build some character. Jada just wanted me to do anything because my arm was broken by the time I kind of got my fingers going again. They just wanted me to do something. And I knew I was going to go into crypto. I knew it already. I made my mind up. And they said, you're crazy. Don't do that. Don't do crypto. You need to go get a job in construction. You need to go get a job at the mall. Oh, my brother has a job in this industry. You need to. Everyone tells you what you need to do. Fuck that. Fuck that. Do what you want to do. Do what you're passionate about. You get one life, guys. You get one. Make it fucking count. Chase your dreams. Chase your dreams. Stop. If you are stuck in that 9 to 5, if you are stuck, if you feel stuck and you can't break the routine, break it. Break the mold. Take a chance on yourself. Because if I didn't do that, I would not be here right now. I would have never met Ben Armstrong. I wouldn't have the friends I have now. I wouldn't have the bank account I have now. I wouldn't have the truck I have now. I wouldn't have a fiance and a baby on the way. I wouldn't have any of those things if I didn't believe in myself. That's it. Trust your own ability. People, everyone in your life is going to tell you what they think is best for you. You know what's best for you. Believe in yourself. Manifest your reality. Consciousness and energy creates reality. Focus on what you want, and it will magically happen if you focus hard enough. It sounds magical. It sounds floofy Harry Potter bullshit. It's not. It's real. It's real. There is an element of magic in this world. There is an element of the unknown in this world. And in my opinion, that element, that unknown element, is your mind and how powerful it is when you focus on something with substance, with direction. If you pick a thing and just go for it every day, you will become very good at that thing. So don't get distracted. Don't, some people are a jack of all trades, and that's great. If you're kind of good at everything, that's great, but you're not going to make money at anything. You got to run with it, guys. Run with it. Don't be scared to take a chance on yourself. Guys, I love you guys. I got to break down the studio, unfortunately. I'm at a crossroads in my life where I'm in a transitional period, but I'm going to make sure I continue working on my network of people, my network of friends, my network of loved ones. I'm going to focus on Jada and hoping our daughter Aria comes into this world with a good support system, comes into this world with anything she needs to succeed. I'm going to be a father. That's what I'm going to focus on. And I'm going to focus on making content. I'm going to focus on trading crypto. This is my life. This is my job. I'm not going anywhere. From the bottom of my heart, Ben, if you're watching or if you hear this, bro, thank you. Thank you, dude. I wouldn't, thank you. That's all I can say. And I'm sorry the circumstance that you've been in, and I understand that you feel that you are a victim, and I understand that you feel that you were wronged, and you were. They did steal from you. They did steal your company. You don't need to show us 4 hours of receipts to prove it. We all know. We all believe you. But whether or not the Georgia court system gives you or does not give you your company back, you can still start over right now. That's what I said yesterday, or my last live stream, is that we moved to the new office before the Bitcoin ETF was approved. You could have started from that moment and said, fuck it, start over. You'd already be a millionaire again. How do I know that? Because that's what I did. And Ben has more followers than me. Easily, he could have done that. So it's up to you. Do you want to be a victim? Or do you want to believe in yourself and move forward, move on? That's it. That's it. I appreciate all the love in the stream. I appreciate, and I know that you guys, the people who randomly found me on the internet, who randomly, somehow, some way, are listening to me say this right now. You're listening to this for a reason. I come to you, I humbly come to you as someone who once had nothing. I am a disciple of the game. I hustled and grinded and woke up early and focused and read and absorbed information like a motherfucker. I make games out of it. I enjoy it. I love this shit. And I'm telling you that if you think crypto is an easy way out, wrong industry, turn around, go home. But if you think you have the discipline, you have the knowledge, you have the courage to take a chance on yourself, stick around. You might make something of yourself. I love you guys. Get rich or get wrecked. Peace.